Second question for you, Mythbusters. Many SaaS founders assume usage-based pricing leads to unpredictable revenue. Is this a valid concern or is it a myth?
I think it's true when you don't have enough history. When you're in a new market segment, which, of course, new company you don't know. If you went into a new market segment, you went from the enterprise to mid market, or you went from your financial services core strength, and now you're trying to go into insurance. I'll just make that up, right? You've got to have at least 12 to 24 months of history, including what's my ramping process look like? Ah, for this particular product where I have an average of 4 points of integration, it takes 6 months to get to that, right? It's hard to have enough history to be predictable. So 12 months minimum, 24 months optimized, you're going to be much more predictable in what your revenue is going to be. And if you can factor in external market variables, you're going to be even more predictable.
One of the things I think is helpful, especially if you're a company that's launching multiple products, is to embrace that McKinsey 3 horizon model where you have a core set of products that are driving the revenue today. That's Horizon 1. Horizon 2 are the products you're launching now that are going to lead to revenue in the next 18 to 24 months. And then Horizon 3 are your next acts. The reason I frame that is I think those Horizon 2 products, and if you have a usage-based pricing model is one of them, you're not depending on that revenue to hit your numbers this year. What you're trying to do is experiment, and you may have different indicators of success. So lighthouse wins with customers. And as you start to roll out more capability and start to get more customers signed up, you start to see how the pricing is playing out. So I think the opportunity for founders and executive teams writ large is build your pricing muscle, your monetization muscle. It's not just about how are you pricing the new customers and acquiring new logos or selling into customers, but it's how are you structuring your pricing and packaging and using the data, to your point, in terms of attach rates. So what are people buying at different price points? Your renewal rates. So if you have a monthly product, are they renewing? What's that cohort doing? Again, by segment, by region, or by product. And then I think you have the overall cost structure, what you were alluding to a little bit earlier, in terms of, well, how much is it costing us to serve this customer with people and technology? So then you can figure out your profitability and get to that unit cost economics. And then you can extrapolate from that if you want to turn up the go to market efforts to drive more adoption or dial it back or change the pricing. But I think it's cautiously stepping forward into a new world where if you don't have experience with it, the usage-based pricing model, it is going to be more volatile, but you limit your exposure and dependency on it, to your point, for the first 12 months until you have enough data to really see what's going on.
Yeah. And Rand, I just have to add one other thing, even though this is rapid fire. Segment, segment, segment.
Yeah. Yeah.
With usage-based revenue and predictability, you need to know how your enterprise accounts behave versus mid-market, or my accounts in the manufacturing industry versus the retail industry. So a lot of companies miss segmentation in their CAC efficiency model or their GRR and NRR. It happens so much where they view all their revenue the same. You can't do that in usage-based forecasting.